Hello everyone and welcome to Cinderful Gaming. I hope you're all doing well, I hope you're all staying safe, and most of all, I hope you're all fighting that war against the Grey. Today's video we're going to start collecting Warhammer 40,000, and today we're going to take a look at the Chaos Space Marines Battleforce box set that has just been announced by Games Workshop. In this video we're going to go through, talk about the contents of the Chaos Space Marines Battleforce box set and what all the stuff inside it does on the tabletop, before looking at some other units after this we can use to expand upon this initial purchase. We will then finish off the video with a little sample army list of 1,000 points using the Arcs of Omen match play detachment for you to use, hopefully as some inspiration for starting your own Chaos Space Marines army using this Battleforce. And so, let's get kicking into the units. First of all, we get the brand new Heretic Astartes Demon Prince, which also, if you are maybe someone who plays Age of Sigmar as well, can be built for both games. There's definitely versions of this model you can build to make it look like it suits both game systems, which is really cool. Now, this is a pretty solid model. First of all, you have the choice of giving him wings or not. This is really going to be the big one. Wings will give 12-inch move and flyer, upping that move from 8-inch. I think they're almost invaluable for me. But you've got the option here of having either the Demonic Axe Hellforged Swords, which will have a couple of different weapon profiles. So the Demonic Axe being +2 strength, -2 AP, damage 3, or the Hellforged Swords for +1 strength, -3 AP, damage 3. For me, I do prefer the Hellforged Sword. I think there's a lot of ways you can buff that AP up and that strength up with various different bonuses across the Chaos Astartes. Now, he's got the Demonic Allegiance ability where when you include this model, he has to take a Mark of Chaos. And if your army is Battleforged, this model must also be upgraded with a Mark of Chaos associated with that faction keyword. For example, if you selected Slanesh, this model gains the Slanesh keyword, etc. If you selected Zinch, Nurgle, Slanesh, then this model gains the Psyche keyword. If you selected Khorne, you add one to its strength and attacks. Straight away there, you go with Khorne, you're getting the extra bonus strength you would get with a Demonic Axe. You'd be +2 strength, -3 AP. Then you've got the Lord of Chaos Aura, while a friendly Legion core unit within 6-inch. Each time a model in that unit makes an attack, reroll a hit roll of 1. He's got a 4-up invulnerable save against ranged attacks and a 5-up invulnerable save inside melee. And also his Fearsome Aura, while an enemy unit is within 6 inches of this model, you subtract 1 from the leadership characteristic of enemy models in that unit. So all in all, pretty cool. And like I said, depending on what type of mark you've got, it can be a Psyker as well. Now, alongside this, the majority of the box here is made up with 10 Chaos Space Marines possessed. Now, these are an elite choice available to the Chaos Space Marine army, and effectively they're corrupted Space Marines. They have 5 attacks per model with -2 AP, damage 2, base strength. But you can also give them Chaos Icons to make their combat attrition tests better. They get a 5-up invulnerable save, and they're also another -1 leadership penalty to enemy units within 6. So doubling down on that cool ability with your Demon Prince, you can actually make people -2 leadership when they're around both of those units, which is really nice. Other than that, Strength and Toughness 5 with 3 wounds apiece as well. They're pretty good. Almost, I guess, your equivalent of Gravis Armor Space Marines. Now, we also get 5 Chaos Terminators. These are, well, what you expect. They're a Chaos Terminator squad. The cool thing with Chaos Terminators, though, is they are a mix of both close combat and heavy. You're not like regular Codex Space Marines, where you're generally split between assault and tactical Terminators. You will have the option to sort of mix and match, and there is a variety of different ways you can mix and match. You definitely have some limits on some of the combi weapons and the different weapon loadouts in your squad, but generally you can have one heavy weapon. Everyone can have some sort of power weapon, power fist, or chain fist either as well, and you got a variety of some really cool builds and some cool modeling opportunities as well. I think the squad looks really cool. Now, they've got, a couple of abilities. So Terminator Armor is going to give them that 5-up invuln. They've got Malicious Volleys as well, where instead of following the normal rules for rapid-fire weapons, they can get some extra power out of them as well. And the Warp Strike ability as well will allow them to deep strike on the tabletop. Lastly, inside this box set, we have the Chaos Space Marine Flyer, that is the Helldrake. Now, Helldrake's really fun. First of all, it has 2 different weapon loadouts for its main weapons, for either Hades Autocannon, which are heavy 4, strength 8, AP -2, damage 2, or it can have the Bale Flamer for assault 2d3, strength 6, -2 AP, damage 2, but it's a flamer that auto hits. It's got a bunch of cool rules you would sort of, I guess, associate with most flyers, things like supersonic and hard to hit. It can hover as well, which is really nice, and also if it's ever attacking models that have the fly keyword themselves, it gets to add 1 to its attack hit rolls as it is an airborne predator, so it can do a really good job of taking your opponent's flyers out the sky. If we're looking at where to go next though, we do have 3 elite choices in that core box, so maybe looking at some of the other options, now that we've got, in that initial box, enough to run that Arcs of Omen detachment with those 3 compulsory elites and a HQ choice. Now, Cultists, I think, definitely brings something to that force. We've got a lot of elite troop options in that with those possessed Chaos Terminators, indeed a Demon Prince and a Helldrake, all sort of providing us with some good different pieces. I think Cultists really, for me, do a lot inside adding to that box set. They're going to provide you with just some general bodies, 50 points for 10 models. They get a variety of different weapons. You can equip them for combat or range. Not that they're really going to do much against maybe tougher opponents, but they are going to be great little objective grabbers for you. The other option with Cultists is looking at the Accursed Cultists. These are more elite mutated Cultists, much the same as how Possessed, I guess, are the Corrupted Space Marines. These are Corrupted Cultists, and they have some really cool weapon options where they can sort of be quite deadly in melee. You actually get the same weapon with the hideous mutations for these giant torments, which are really cool. You can see the big ones there. The torments have minus 2 AP damage 2, or you get minus 1 AP damage 1 on the blasphemous appendages of the regular troops. You get the ability to return models in your command phase as well for some actions, which is really nice. Now, if we're looking at maybe some heavier troops to bring down, and definitely something that can provide, I guess, more teleportation tricks, we have the Obliterators. Now, the Obliterators have the 5-up invulnerable save, and they've got the unrelenting firepower rule as well. Models in unit do not suffer the penalty to hit rolls incurred during firing heavy weapons in the same turn in which they moved. So this is pretty cool. In addition, models in the unit can make range attacks even if they're within engagement range of an enemy unit, but can only make such attacks against an enemy unit they're engaged with. Now, their flesh metal guns have a variety of different profiles they can fire with either being heavy D6 plus 9 for a 24-inch range, strength 5 minus 1 AP, damage 1. Ruinous Salvo goes up to damage 2 and minus 2 AP and strength 7, but goes to D3 plus 3. Or you can take just a heavy D3 for strength 9 minus 3 AP, damage 4. So you can get a variety of different heavy weapon shots into these weapons. And they've also got Crushing Fists, which are essentially power fists in melee. Now, lastly, I think, maybe something fast-moving is worth adding. Raptors and Warp Talons are definitely something to look at. I really do like the Raptors' ability to be a little bit more versatile with the ability to take some special weapons, a multi-gun or a flamer down to where you really need it with your force. They do have 3 attacks, and they can take a variety of different power weapons like power swords and power fists, which are really nice and give them a little bit of combat potential. Obviously, if you're going with Warp Talons, they're much more combat orientated with those twin-link lightning claws, but I do feel the Raptors have a little bit more tactical versatility to them. And so here we have our sample armor list for you. Arcs of Omen means we've got our 3 elite choice here as our compulsory, along with a HQ option, and then 1 lot of troops in the force as well. Now, we are going to be playing in the Black Legion subfaction. I think this is just, as you're getting into the army, this is just an easy one to sort of learn with, gives you good base benefits. But we are going to go with that Demon Prince with wings as our starter for the force. He's going to have the Hellforged Sword along with a Marker Corn and wings. And then we're also going to be Indomitable for our Warlord trait. Means it halves all damage from attacks rounding up, which is really cool. Then he's also going to have a Demon Weapon that's going to give him an extra D3 attacks whenever he attacks with Zal the Wrathful. We've got 1 troops choice in a Cultist mob, fully equipped there with everything it can take. It's nice and cheap and really just gives us a good unit to support on objectives. We then have our 3 elites choices, 2 units of 5 possessed. I think running them in 2 units of 5 in smaller games is definitely the way to go. This gives you more control across the board. We've got those Chaos Terminators told up to the 9s in there as well. And then the other unit we've added in besides those Chaos Cultists is a unit of Obliterators there as well. We then have the Helldrake. We've gone for the Baleflamer. It is my preferred weapon for the Helldrake. I think it's an excellent weapon to bring to the table. If you're maybe playing with maybe a little bit more tank-heavy meta, you could look at the Hades autocannon, but I think your Chaos Terminators and your Possessed could probably rip up some tanks themselves if they really needed to. If you've been playing with the Chaos Space Marines in Indeed Black Legion, let us know how you've been going. Let us know what you would do with this box set down in the comments below. And so that is the end of the video. We hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And why not drop us a comment down below letting us know what you enjoyed about the video. If you did enjoy it and you want to come chat more with me and other members of our little community here at Cinderful Gaming, we have a Discord server which is linked down in the video's description. We chat all things wargaming, not just Warhammer, a bunch of other war games, even some other things non-Warhammer related, and generally have a great time in there. Come and join in the conversation. Also, linked down in the video's description are the best ways to help support the channel if you want to see us keep making the content we do. We have Patreon and YouTube members, both of which are great ways to help support the channel, and you get a shout out at the end of the video, which we'll do in just a sec. But we also have a Teespring store and a Ko-fi store where you can grab yourself some channel merch as well to help support the channel in another way and get yourself something in the process. But as I said, a special shout out to all our Patreons: Christian Weir, Soren, Kenny Lyle, Out on Shot First, Andrew Bowen, Nathan V, The Rising Ape, Q Dynamic, Anthony B, JJ Austrian, Average Wargamer, Domir, Mark Harvey, James Cater, Bloobs, Benjamin Swallows, Red Martin, Iron Grinch, and Nuss. And to our YouTube members: Green Roots Gaming, Ronya Lockloric, The Johnny 84, David Osworth, Wolfric Nick, Broken Chef, Ariana Edwards, Revenar, Pink Nico Fire, Robin Mankiller, Monty's Tabletop Terrain, John Castle, Davis Weird, James South, Dave Crozier, Dylan Areno, and James Tillman. And lastly, a special thanks to Lady Witchbox Art, who does all the amazing artwork you see pictured here on the screen and indeed all over the channel. And also a special thank you to everyone who comes on, helps make the battle reports on the channel, helps run our Discord server, and generally helps make the channel what it is today. Thank you all for watching once again, everyone. Stay safe, stay well, and most of all, keep fighting that war against the Grey. Ciao for now.